I'm in Rome to run the Rome Marathon, so I thought I'd bring you along for the ride. Not like a queue, Stu.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why we've got such a large queue, but we shall see. He looks good though.
So if you've never done a marathon before, the expo is where you go a day or two before to pick up your race number. So you have to get to wherever you're doing the marathon before the day. You know what I mean? I've never had one with a queue before, so I don't know if it just means there's just loads of people doing the race or what, but a half-hour queuing in various places. Got all our stuff now. Bought my energy gels, got a little look around, and then head out and do a bit more carb loading. For the Lisbon Marathon, I went in the sea and swam around before and after it, but for this one, it was a bit cold, but I am here. I'm gonna have a little paddle. Yeah, that's quite cold. Yeah, not swimming in that. Mediterranean though, that's exciting. It's a nice relaxing day. Got my race number, got my gels, got everything in place. Plenty of pasta to carb load. Gonna get a good sleep hopefully. Be ready for tomorrow. Got cold though.
It's race day. Cheers. Slept all right. Got my sore throat from my cold and runny nose, which seems to be the biggest problem. Apart from running 42 kilometres. So I'll get some coffee down, see if that helps. Get ready, a bit of breakfast, got a little ham sandwich thing here. And we'll just go and try and run the start. I'm trying to work out whether it's wrong with music or not, because I've not got my headphones with me. But Nicola's got some headphones, but the box is quite bulky, so I like being able to take them in and out. So I might just do it without headphones, but I'm not sure.
Athletes off to gain victory. Stu, how are you feeling?
Feeling good, still apprehensive about the full distance, but yeah, I'm hydrated. I've just had one of the best wees ever.
Great wee, wasn't it?
Oh, it's so clear, so clear.
Yeah, you could just bottle this and sell it as Evian. We're so hydrated. It's intimidating people for the facilities, isn't it? It's quite, you had to go through a little hole to get in here. Like thousands of people go through a tiny hole. People were breaking down fences.
There is a lot of people here, and it feels like there won't be the waves. It feels like it's a bit of a free-for-all, but the vibes are good. It's not to send it into chaos just yet.
They need urinals, not just sit-down toilets. That'd speed things up.
That would definitely, because it is basically 80% men here.
Right, we've got 8 minutes to the start. We probably should try and find the start.
I think we probably should.
A bit of grass. You're good at running, so you probably need to go to a bit ahead of us and find your place.
Are you making me go?
You don't have to.
No, let's go together. I don't think it's that organised.
All right, hang on with us.
Should we all walk forward?
Yeah, then we can see you run off into the distance.
Stop it, Robert.
You right there, Stu?
That's greasing up the arse. Just chase a little bit when I get going.
I get that. Approaching further way through now, 13 kilometres. I feel all right. The cold's not being an issue. My body feels fine. Biggest issue right now are probably the heat and nipple chafing. But we'll see how that plays out. I think the start of the course is the more boring bit, where you go out of town a little bit, but not much. I'd rather get that out of the way. And now we flow like a harpoon back into the centre of Rome. Feeling all right. Not certain what this building is, but it looks fancy. Been to Rome a couple of times, but don't know very well. So it's been a little water station here, around 20k, and they had food as well, so they had little bits of banana, which they had before, but here they're not peeling the banana, they're just cutting bits off. People are throwing them on the ground, everyone's slipping over. They there's one thing Mario Kart has taught me. It's the banana skins or a potential banana skin. 20k in. The first sponge station that actually has sponges when I've got to it. I presume it's the Olympic Stadium. I don't really know my Rome very well. Looks like it though. Lots of Olympic-y things around. 32k done, 10 left to go. The joints and muscles and that are all right. It's just tiredness and lack of endurance and the heat and my general coldiness. I think so. I'm still running it, but the walks through the water stations are stretching out a little, shall we say, and I'm not. My pace has gone off a bit. But 10 more to go. 3 hours 51 minutes. Felt a bit cramp coming on there, so it's had a preemptive spray from the medics. I've not seen loads, so I thought I'd do it now, and now legs are feeling a little bit less tight. So, well done, cold spray, you're working your magic again. Let's go. Starting to feel a bit weak when I'm in the sun. It's right here, but it's so hot, and I'm just going to be a bit more sensible and just walk a few bits now. I think there's 7k left to go. I think I'll do it. It's not going to be fast. About 3 kilometres to go. I'm feeling a bit, starting to feel a bit faint and a bit like I'm going to throw up. And I just on the walk for a bit, and I feel like I might start crying. I'm not really sure why. But I think 3k to go. Congratulations, actually. That was so hard. Oh.
How was it?
Not very good.
So well, genuinely. I was only half an hour ahead of you.
It's harder there.
So that's where I stopped filming, because I crossed the line in 5 hours and 21 minutes and I wasn't in a very good way. You might have noticed there, I was starting to cry. I was dizzy, I had a high temperature, I felt like I was going to throw up. A lot of just general malaise going on here, which people who know more about medicine and medical things than me, I know that showing at the screen now, are the symptoms of heat exhaustion, which I had. I didn't know anything about heat exhaustion before. I wouldn't recommend it. It's the stage before heat stroke, which is a life-threatening emergency that requires hospital care and can lead to brain damage and death, which are things you don't really want. So yeah, I just sort of was randomly just crying in the middle of the road, which isn't something I normally do. I had a virus, essentially. My son Otto has had it. I've got the same thing, I think, as him. But I was thinking, it was just a cough, coldy sort of things. I can ignore that. But then when I look at the data from my Garmin watch, I can see that other of my sort of health metrics were off. My heart rate variability was unbalanced compared to normal. And so I was clearly ill. And I think my body dealing with that and dealing with the heat and dealing with the exercise combined to mean it couldn't cool me in time. And that's what heated me up. And that's what led to heat exhaustion. In hindsight, if I'd known what I know now, I wouldn't have run the race. It's hard to just say I'm not going to do it because you feel like you've got a cold. But if I do another marathon, I wouldn't run if I'm not feeling 100% because it's not safe, it's not sensible. You don't want to go all the way to Rome with a couple of friends and go, I got a bit of a cough actually. I might just stay in the pub. But next time I would, and I wouldn't care. Onto the Rome Marathon itself though, it was a good course. It was a good event. It was nice. The crowds were amazing. You got to see lots of lovely landmarks. I generally enjoyed it. I think it's grown a lot, and I don't think the facilities were prepared for the number of people, so it might have a bit of adjustment. It was a nightmare getting to the start. You couldn't get anywhere near your pens. You couldn't get anywhere near the pacers if you were trying to follow a pacer because they were all miles ahead. I think if they're going to have 40,000 people, which is a big marathon, they might need to change the route or make it start somewhere different because that space just doesn't fit that number of people. But overall, I'd recommend it if you're looking for a marathon to do. Again, it was just stuff like a lack of toilets, which always seems to happen at marathons. I don't know what it is with organisers. We've got a nice little backpack. Keep the backpack. Just give me a place to do wheeze and or poos. That's all I really ask for in a marathon. Also, there were sponge stations. We get sponges to cool yourself down, but they run out of sponges. I didn't get a single sponge till the second half of the race. I'm not saying that's what caused me to have heat exhaustion, but it certainly didn't help. So things like that. It's little things that have an impact that could be easily fixed. So hopefully that's something I'll do in the future. But overall, enjoyed it. Had a lovely time in Rome, apart from the illness. Thanks for watching, and sorry I can't give you a more thorough video of the aftermath. Cheers.